Tyler's Happy Hour is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tyler's Happy Hour shot right down here in my grandma's basement. How are y'all doing today? Good. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all quarantined. Unlike us right now, I needed a camera crew. Please do not tell my grandma that they're here. The show will get shut down. Anyway, today I have for you a new series. I don't know how it's going to go. I kind of want to try it out. And if the views and the likes tell me to keep doing it, I will keep doing it. But for right now, we're going to call it King of the Closeouts, and basically the idea behind this is to take brands like, I'm sure none of you have seen this bottle, and I have a couple of others in mind that I want to buy, and I kind of want to buy these things where I go into the liquor store and I see a closeout sticker on it, which a closeout could really mean a couple of things. A closeout could be a brand or an item that the store just wants to get rid of that doesn't sell very well, or it could be a closeout through the distributor, or the brand could just be going out of business. So they're trying to liquidate, they drop their prices. So closeout could mean a few things. So basically I'm gonna go into the liquor store, and if I see a closeout sticker on it and I want to try it out, I'll buy it. You can usually get some good stuff a lot cheaper that way. But I kind of want to at least try some samples of them. Again, you might not be able to find them, especially if they are under that closeout category. But I just want to try some stuff and let you guys kind of know my honest opinion about it. Maybe give you a scale of like 1 to 100, a good rating on it, and just see if it reminds me of anything that still is in business, you know? So like, today we will be doing J.W. Kelly & Co. Old Milford Bourbon. And I want to, taste it and see if it reminds me of any bourbon that's going to still be on the shelf, like any of those high-end bourbons that you think of, or if it's closed out for a reason. So without further ado, let's get started. Like I said, we're going to be doing a bourbon from J.W. Kelly & Co. I've never heard of this brand before, but I got this at the local store. Obviously, I'm going to close out for $20. So I figure around the price of a liter of Jim Beam, try it out, see if I like it. If I don't, it's another mixing whiskey, which is fine. So a little bit about the brand. I'm going to go to my trusty notebook here because I had to write some stuff down. So like I said, J.W. Kelly & Co. Old Milford. It was made in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Now, on the sticker here it says it's batch number 2. The rating, or I looked up a little bit of information on it, and the article was from November of 2017, and that was batch number 1. So I will go out on a limb and say this one might be out of business because in 2017 it's now 2020, and they're only on batch number 2. It might just not have sold well, so they kind of scratched the brand. But I really don't know that. It wasn't said anywhere. It's just I'm trying it out to see. So it's bottled at 94 proof or 47% alcohol, and the mash bill is 75% corn, 20% malted rye, not malted barley, which can be confused, so it's going to be a little different, but 20% malted rye and 5% barley, not malted barley. And it's actually a blend of 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and 5-year-old bourbons, which legally I believe that makes it a 5-year-old bourbon. I think they take whatever the lowest amount of age is in the bourbons that they blend. So it's technically a 5-year-old bourbon, but it does have some 8-year and 6-year-old bourbons blended in with it. So yeah, we will open it up and we'll try it out and see how it is. Like I said, it was $20 on a closeout shelf, so I don't know if it's bad, if it's good. We'll see. Like I said, I never have heard of this brand before, but I like the packaging on it at least. I mean, it looks really cool. So yeah, let's see. It smells kind of spicy, spicier than I would think a bourbon should smell. I mean, there definitely is some sweetness there. Really no notes actually come to mind. It really just is kind of spice. I might smell a little bit of vanilla there. I don't know. There's not too much going on here. It is 94 proof, so you definitely smell a little bit of heat. So it definitely tastes sweeter than it smells. Now that I tasted it, you do get some light vanilla notes, but there is a lot of spice to it, which is probably from the malted rye. It actually drinks a little bit more like a 51% rye with a little bit of corn in there, kind of like an old Overcoat, but it is 94 proof, so you definitely get the heat from it. And like I said, there is a lot of spices to it, so it is probably from the rye and the very little barley that's in there. But overall, it's not not terrible. It's also, it doesn't remind me of anything, you know, it's not like a dead-on match to anything that you can see on the shelf walking into a liquor store any day. Might end up a mixing whiskey. If there's anybody out there that likes something a little higher proof, so like is a 94 proof, it's not super high. But if they like a spicier bourbon or a rye like that, and they like the 94 proof rather than like the 80 or 90, they could try it out, especially if they can find it cheaper. I know this brand did make also a single barrel, which was also on the shelf, but I don't like anything that usually hits over like maybe 95, 96 proof. But it was a single barrel from the same brand, and it was at 109 proof, and that was about $40. So I didn't want to buy that one. This one was 20, like I said. So I figured for $20, try it out. If not, I have another mixing whiskey. Out of 100, I would probably give this one on my personal rating like a 76. Just because, like I said, there's not much on the nose. There's not too much to taste, but it didn't go down too bad. I mean, it's somewhat smooth for 94 proof, but it's also not in my taste profile. It's not preferred to me. But yeah, anyway, I hope this series can shed some light on some of these brands that either didn't quite make it or that are lesser names, and you can realize that, you know, just because I spent 10 or 15 or 20 bucks on this compared to a $40 big brand that might not be as good anyway, just people buying because of the name, that you can, you know, try some new things, and, you know, you never know, maybe they're better. But yeah, please be sure to drop a like, please be sure to comment, do all that stuff for me. I'd appreciate it. I gotta run upstairs and tell my grandma that maybe some people are over. I might lie, I don't know. I just don't want her thinking I'm down here yelling at myself and talking to myself. So yeah, see you guys next time.